Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Vijay Thapa, and in this channel I usually share programming tutorials and tech tips, and in this episode I will show you how you can do data visualization using Microsoft Excel. So without further ado, let's move to our tutorial. So what and why data visualization? Simply, data visualization is a representation of data. Over the period of time, you might have collected bunch of data in your Microsoft Excel or in your register in rows, columns, and numerical format, and from this data it is really difficult to find patterns, trends, and visualize them and represent them in front of other people. But this data can be visualized into graphical form, which is more easier to understand the data and convert them into information, which will help in better decision making and also find the trends and pattern. So let's do some data visualization in Microsoft Excel. So first of all, we'll need to have our data. If you want to continue this tutorial but do not have the data, then you can download the data from the link below and we'll continue. Let's open our data in Microsoft Excel. For this I am using Microsoft Excel 2016, but you can do this data visualization with earlier version of Microsoft Excel as well. So I'll just go to my Excel sheet, which is cleandata.xlsx, and open in Microsoft Excel. You can either double click on it or right click and open with Microsoft Excel. So here is our data. Basically, this is the data of an e-commerce system. First column is of order ID. It is a unique ID generated by the system. Second one is the time and date of product ordered, and the third column is of the customer city. Fourth one is customer state, review score, payment type, payment value, order item quantity, price, freight value, and product category name. And using this data, we will do some data visualization and represent this data into different pictorial or graphical format like bar chart, pie chart, and line chart. And we'll also try to find the trend from those charts. So the first step is to convert this data into a pivot table. Pivot table is a feature provided by Microsoft Excel to do data visualization or some data analysis part. To convert this data into pivot table, go to insert and click on pivot table, and here we will select new worksheet. So we do not want to mess up with original data set, but we will generate the pivot table in new worksheet. So select the new worksheet and click on OK. So this is our new pivot table. Here we can do data analysis using the pivot table. Here we have filters, columns, rows, and values. So first I want to perform data analysis of freight value by customer state. So I want to drag the customer state in our row, and our value will be freight value. So I'll just scroll and drag and drop freight value into values, and it has automatically identified as a sum calculation. If you click on this eye icon, you can see different type of calculation you can perform, like sum, count, average, max, mean, etc. But for now I'm using sum because I want to calculate different freight values in different customer states. So this is customer state, so I'll just double click on it and change it to customer state, and this is sum of our freight value. So this data basically represents the total freight value for different state. So this is numerical data visualization, but now we can generate bar chart out of it. So I'll just select the table and I'll go to insert, and here we can see a pivot chart. So I'll just click on it and it automatically generates a bar chart for us based on our data. So I'll just maximize it by clicking on corner and dragging it. So here we have different customer state, and this is the total freight value. So I'll just change its name from total to total value by customer state. So this state, which is SP, has the highest freight value, and I think AC or AP and RR has the lowest freight value. So like this we can find the trends and patterns out of our data. So I'll just change the name of it as well, so it is freight value by customer state. So this is one of our data visualization. Now let's do another data visualization. So I'll go to our original data source, which is orders merged, and now I will try to find another trends or patterns based on total orders by product review. So I just want to find if there's any relationship between review score of the product and product ordered by the customer. So let's go to insert and create another pivot table. So I'll click on pivot table, and as before select the new worksheet and click on OK. Now we need to go to pivot table fields, and so we are trying to find the relationship between review score and product ordered quantity. So I'll just drag review score in our rows, and in our values we will drag our order item quantity, and yes, I need a sum of order item quantity. So this is our data. So it has automatically calculated the sum of total product ordered based on the product review score. I will just change its header to product review score. That's it. Now for this data I want to generate a pie chart, because there are only 5 rows, so it will be better to visualize it into a pie chart. So I'll just click on this pivot table, go to insert and go to pivot chart, and the default chart in pivot table is bar charts, but we can change into different other charts. For that, just right click on the chart and you can select on change chart type, and I'll select pie chart, and I'll go with 2D pie chart, the first one. So this is the pie chart based on the product review score and sum of order item quantity. Here I will just maximize the chart, and here we can see the maximum number of orders are from the product which review score is 5, and the second one, yellow, shows 19% of a product order are from the product whose review score is 4, and the least is the product whose review score is 2. So I'll just change this heading. So this is another data analysis or data visualization using Microsoft Excel for data visualization and pivot table. Let's check out another chart where we will visualize data of total sales made over the period of time. Before that, I'll just change the heading of this sheet into product ordered by review, and then I'll go to the original data set and I'll just create it into a pivot table, new worksheet. Okay, now let's find total sales over the period of time. So For this I will drag order process timestamp into rows, and then it automatically categorizes the timestamp into year and quarter. And for values we'll use payment value, and we do not need count. Instead of count we need to do sum, so I'll just click on this icon and select sum and click OK. So from this table we can see the total payment or total sales made in during the different quarter of different years. Like in 2016 fourth quarter October, the total sales done was 46,036.41. In December it was 19.62. Similarly in 2017 first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and so on. Now let's convert this data into a chart. For this I'll select the table and I will simply click on pivot chart. There is a shortcut, but it might not be available in earlier version of Microsoft Excel, so you can go to insert and select pivot chart. This is the bar chart, so let's maximize it. But for now I want to use line chart instead of bar chart, so I'll just right click on it and change chart type and select line, and I will select one of these. So here we can see the total sales made over the period of time in different quarter, in different months. We can also minimize it and only see the quarters or year in 2016 in third quarter, fourth quarter. And if we want to see more detail, and then we can click on plus icon and it will show more detailed chart for us. I'll change its heading. It will be total sales by time, year, quarter. Here also I'll change the heading of the sheet as well. Sales by time. And similarly I would like to show more advanced chart you can generate, or more advanced visualization you can do using pivot table and Microsoft Excel. So I'll go to orders merged and again create a pivot table from this data. So go to insert and click on pivot table, and as before select new worksheet and click on OK. And in this advanced chart or advanced data visualization I would like to find the trend about payment type used for making payments in our e-commerce system over the period of time. So for that I will drag, first thing I need to drag in our rows section is timestamp, and then payment type, and then payment value will be in our value section. I think I will drag this payment type into our column, so it will be on top and we can see in our different payment type. If we drag this here, we cannot see in our column section. It will be inside the row section. Inside quarters we have a different payment method, but this is a little bit difficult to understand and visualize as well. So I'll make it as a column so that we can see in our column sections. So there are different payment type like boleto, credit card, debit card, unknown, and voucher, and different payment type used in different year and different quarters can be seen in this data. But now I want to generate a chart, bar chart out of this data. So I'll just select the data and go to insert and click on pivot chart, and I like to use bar chart for this one. So I'll just maximize it like this. I don't need other one. So I'll just close it. So this is the chart for the relationship between different payment method used for making payments in different years and quarters. Here we can see the mostly used payment method or payment type is credit card, and the least is, I think, debit card. Voucher is used quite often. Bullet is also used quite often. So like this we can identify the patterns and trends from the data you have collected over the period of time by using a simple tool as Microsoft Excel. So this is it, guys. If you like this video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and if you have any confusion related to this video, then don't forget to comment or reply as soon as possible. So once again, thanks so much for watching.